So my husband and I have been looking in the area for a Victorian home to buy, or one that's modern that looks like a Victorian home. Those are our favorite, the Queen Anne style homes. However, after looking on the west side of Washington State, I found that a lot of these homes in the area are actually not authentic Victorian homes, but rather recreations. And then it made me think, why? So one of Google's prompts is, why do people like Victorian houses? And the answer is high build quality, generous proportions, and pleasing features combine and complement to create a perfect environment in which people still long to live in. The Victorian era to me reminds me of the dark and light academia aesthetic. Now, the dark academia aesthetic is based on the idealized version of a life of a student at an elite boarding school from universities from the Victorian era up until the 1940s. Now, the light academia style focuses on an interest in literature, music, art, history, and learning, which is absolutely what the Victorians were interested in as well. There are quite a few homes on the west coast of Washington that are more modern built homes that are in Victorian style, that were built in the 1980s. And while I don't know all of their stories, I do know one, which I've done a video on in one of my mini videos that I've done. But as the story goes, there was a husband and wife who built the home in a Queen Anne style. It was eventually extended and added on too, but the wife was an art collector and put actual fixtures from the Victorian era into the house, examples like stained glass and other items. And after so much research, the main thing that keeps coming across is that people just love the style. So even after 100 years, people are still building homes in these styles. Would you live in one of these homes? I would.